Alright, y'all, so today we're gonna talk about part 2 of Angela's Ashes. So, first we're gonna start off with Frank and his brother Malachi. So, they begin school, and Frank's teacher is not exactly the nicest dude. So Frank meets a friend in that class named Patty, and one day they decide that they can't handle any of this anymore, so they ditch class and go out into the apple field, and they eat a bunch of apples, or steal a bunch of apples, and drink milk straight from cows. Yeah. Frank's parents, or Angela in specific, finds out that he's ditched class, and so she's on the lookout for him, but then he realized that she's on the lookout for him, and then he's like,
yo, Patty, I'm gonna go hit up your crib because my mom, she can't find me, so we gonna avoid her.
So Angela eventually finds Frank at Patty's house, and she finds out also that Patty's dad was her friend back when they were younger. And she gets really sad because Patty's dad actually has tuberculosis, or in specific consumption. And she gets all sad when he asks her oh, can you sing for me and stuff, and of course it's just real depressing. Okay, so a year passes, and Frank gets a job helping his Uncle Pat sell newspapers, and this is pretty good money. And also he's making even more money because he finds out that one of Uncle Pat's customers needs help reading, so he reads aloud for this dude, and he gets 6 pence from that. This doesn't last for long because the guy, his name is Timony, ends up going to a nursing home, so Frank kind of loses his job. Francis Joseph comes along, and he is the new addition to the McCourt family. So the McCourt family receives £5 as a gift for the newborn kid, but Mr. Malachi Sr. over here, he ended up spending all £5 on alcohol. So and then Frank kind of realizes maybe my dad isn't the best person in the world, so that we get that cleared up. A year later, Frank goes to his confirmation, and he actually gets a nosebleed during his confirmation.
And he's rushed to the hospital immediately, and they realize that he has typhoid, which is kind of a big deal. So the doctors say hey Frank, you're gonna die soon. But you know what? Frank comes in clutch, and he stays alive. He's doing perfectly fine.
And he actually meets a girl named Patricia, who they become friends, and they read poems every day. And Patricia actually dies, and then Frank's kind of what to do now? So later, Malachi is actually sent to England because there's more work there since there's a war that broke out. He promises the family guys, this is time for new beginnings, I'm gonna bring back money home, and we're all gonna be good. But of course Malachi doesn't keep his promises, and he loves drinking too much, and so he spends all that money on alcoholic beverages. So this is when Angela is alright guys, I can't take this anymore, gotta take some actions. So she goes to this place called the dispensary, where she gets money.
So she goes up to the dispensary, and she's like, guys, please hook me up with some money. And the people there aren't the nicest, so they make fun of her first. But Angela is a strong, independent woman, and she's I don't need to listen to them hating. I'm just gonna get my money and scram, and that's what happens.
Thankfully, Malachi comes home from England, but the only problem is that when he comes home, he has no money on him. He's yeah, sorry guys, I didn't bring any home, but I'm gonna be going to England tomorrow, so I'm gonna send you guys paychecks and stuff. And of course the kids are wait,
but you just got here, why are you leaving?
But yeah, he eventually leaves, promises to mail in some money, but he doesn't end up doing that, and the whole family is just sad. So yeah, part 2.